the ways how you can. Hey everyone! In today's class, I invite you to explore the ways how you can embody your self-care. And as well, a little bit we'll try to move with inspiration, how to invite inspiration, being inspired and inspiring others in your life, and make it a part of the self-care program in your life on the everyday basis. Welcome to the practice. As usual, I invite you to start with a small warm-up. Put your feet in parallel with your shoulders. If it's more comfortable for you, you can close your eyes. And I invite you to add a little bit more relaxation to your breathing and as well to some slight and gentle movements. You can do it with moving gently. If it's more comfortable, you can open your eyes, vice versa. So find the way how it will be better for you to feel this way. Some soft, gentle movements, a little bit to the sides, a little bit with bending your knees, a little bit more with the feet, and as well you can move a little bit and relax your fingers, your hands, with your arms, some soft and gentle movements, like if they are making more round movements, like if you are making more round movements, like if you're grabbing and getting something, like if you're maybe carrying something in your hands, maybe a ball, for example, or something else, or something else. You are gently moving with that all around. Try to take a little bit more space if it's possible to practice those movements. They are more like waves in the space. Focus on your breathing, continue breathing. Find out how is it more comfortable for you to move this way and breathe in the same time. Make more focus on inhale. Maybe a little bit, 1-2% more intensity of inhale. Like you're getting more air inside in your rib cage. Like if you're getting more air inside in your rib cage, expand your shoulders a bit. Continue breathing. When you find that it's enough, make some steps backwards. Maybe walking a little bit back and making some soft movements, like if you're inviting some air, walking backwards. Focus as well on your face. What's your facial expression? If you can open a little bit eyes more, relax your cheeks, relax your jaw more. Inhale, try to inhale with your mouth, like getting a little bit more air. And you're again moving back. If inviting with the soft wave movements, some air more inside. It's a moment, make a step back, bend your knee, and the knee of the forward leg will be straightened. Put your arms up. Head up as well. Head up as well. You look like if up. Like if looking up and getting some air from there. Inviting. Maybe wondering, oh, what's there? How does my ceiling look like? What's the texture is there? What can I see there? What's the color? You can try to do it with another leg as well. More focus on inhale, getting in the air. How is it for you to be in that posture? How are you there? How much comfortable are you feeling in that posture? What is it about for you? Try to focus on the following questions. Like, what can I invite more in my life? What can be more inspiring for me today? What can give me inspiration? What I wonder about? What gives me a little bit more positive emotions? What I wonder about? What can give me more positive emotions about that? The feelings more with plus than with minus. Where from I can take some more source for my inspiration today. You can shake it out. Continue breathing and focus on your body sensations now. Where do you feel more focus, more attention in the body? Is it in the upper part? Is it more in the belly place, pelvic floor, pelvis place? Is it more down in your feet, on the ground? Where do you feel more attention? How can it help you to get more air and more inspiration? Shake it out. Continue breathing. Let's try one more exercise, which is about self-care more. And then we'll try the combination. Put your feet a little bit more narrow than the width of the shoulders. Put one hand gently in this place and another one on the shoulder. And bend your head, like if you're hugging yourself in some way. Relax your jaw, relax your eyes, look down a little bit more. How are you here? What is it about for you? What can help you to give yourself more support and more compassion today? What can you say to yourself that will be helpful and supportive? What can you say to yourself that will be really very caring about you? What can help you to care about yourself more? What can you do or maybe not do? What kind of decision you can make about something that will be more caring, more supportive? Shake it out. Continue breathing. Focus on your breath again. And let's try the combination. Let's explore the combination of how you can invite more inspiration to the self-care practices and vice versa. How self-care can help to get more inspired in your life, actions, decisions, and whatever you plan to do today or in a week. Or in your life. I invite you to start with the inspiration. Dante, тихо. I invite you to start with the inspiration. Make a step back. Get a little bit higher your arms. Like if you're inviting more air and inspiration, try to focus on what can help you to get that inspiration. What's really inspiring you? What really makes you more uplifted? And from this place, put your feet closer to each other and make a hugging posture. Hug yourself. How this inspiration can help you in self-care. What will you take from getting inspired into caring about yourself? Shake it out and try another way. From the self-care posture, with inhale, put your arms up, make a step back. Focus on inhale more. Put your hand up. How are you now? How does it work out for you this way? As usual, I invite you to get a glance at the workbook and make some exercises there if you find it comfortable. Thank you for your class. Hello everyone. In this class, I invite you to explore a little bit more curiosity, playfulness, creativity, those qualities which help you to move in life a little bit in a more lighter way. How you are in those states. And what is it for you to be a little bit more explorative and playful and curious about what's going on around and in you as well. Let's start. For this class, you will need to take different objects. And this time I invite you to take different types of balls. You can find any you have, for example, in the space where you are. They can be of different shapes, of different forms, of different colors. Try to find more than 2, so it can be 2 and more. As usual, I invite you to a small warm-up. Put your feet in parallel with your shoulders. Take a little bit deeper breath. Inhale a little bit deeper. Expand your shoulders if it's possible. Take a look around. Move a little bit in any way you'd like to. Try to play a little bit with that movement. Focus on your inhale and exhale. So when you're moving, a little bit more focus on, for example, exhale, and what will be the movements there, inhale, and what will be the movements there. Try to explore a little bit more space up and down and to the sides as well. In quite different directions, in any way you'd like to. Try to find out how those movements can help you to feel more comfortable, and what are those movements which will help you to feel more comfortable. So how you want to move now, here and now, in this space, in this state, to feel more comfortable, to feel better. Is it about more soft movements and maybe exploration of the joints, how they are softening a little bit, relaxing? Or maybe it's more sharp movement style. So the format when you do some kind of sharp forms, how do you feel in that? What helps you to build those forms in the space around? Focus on your breathing, continue breathing. And if you're ready, continue moving a little. Go along with the music. Exploring the floor with your feet. How you try to change the patterns. For example, the step from ankle to the toes and vice versa. Different kind of ways they can be. Try to make some movements around maybe. If you have enough space, be careful please. And calibrate the efforts, physical and emotional as well. What is that movement about for you? How are you in those steps, moves, and your little dance? It's a moment. Finalize your movement. Finalize your efforts. Make a little bit more focus on exhale. Make a little bit deeper exhale. Shake it out a little bit. Let's move on. For this next exercise, I offer you to take one of the balls in your hands. You can choose any. And try to explore it a little bit. Moving it in your hands. What's the texture? What's the color? Is it soft or quite sharp? maybe if the bow can be sharp. So you can explore in different ways. Try to explore it not only with your eyes and with your mind. Try to explore it with your hands. For example, okay, you can think it's round. Try to do something. So try to do some movements which will help you to prove that in your sensations, sensing that roundness. If it's blue color, for example, as well, what can you do to prove, to find the sensational evidence of that? Maybe it's heavy, maybe it's light. Try to do it in different ways and try to explore it not only with your hands, maybe as well with your legs. You can put it on the floor, explore with your foot. Try to focus on the sensations, continue breathing. If there are any impulses to move a bit more, you can do that in any way you'd like to. Make some play with that. Like if you're exploring it more, quite different parts of the body. How can it look like again? Maybe with your head, your neck, with your shoulder and neck. Try to explore it a little bit in different ways. When it's enough, take another one. For example, a smaller one. It can be a tennis ball, for example. Try to do the same. Follow your sensations. Try to explore it. Maybe with your touch, even maybe with the smell. What's the color? What's the sensations? Again, how it will be with your feet. Is it heavy or not? Maybe to play as well a little bit with that. Different movements. In any way you'd like it, in any way you find it comfortable. Like if you are a little bit more curious about that, well, you try to find out what is it, how is it moving, how you can play with that. When it's enough, take another one. If it's sort of a different shape, for example, a different weight as well, try to explore it more. Again, try to find out, okay, how am I with that object in my hands? Or how am I with that object on my shoulders or my neck? How I can play with that differently. Maybe not only with the hands, but as well my legs and feet in different ways. How does it work out for you? What's the shape? What's the color? When it's enough, shake it out. Continue breathing. Try to relax a little bit, kind of relaxing movements you can make around a little bit more with explorative curiosity. Try to investigate, search for something in the space around. How you will do that, you can do that differently. Maybe to focus again on the objects you've used for exploration, maybe a little bit on the space, air. And at one moment, when you're ready, make a step forward. Put your hands and arms back. Straighten your neck. Put your side a little bit forward and up. Expand your shoulders more. And put the weight, lift the weight on the front leg and foot. How does it work out for you now? How are you in that movement? If you will raise your leg a little bit, so lift a little bit your leg, which is in back, up. How does it work out for you? If you can try to jump, you can try to do that. Like if you're a little bit flying forward. How is that for you? How are you in that movement? Try to do it several times. Like if playing with that move, as well as you've done it with the balls, with the objects. When it's enough, finalize the movement. Continue breathing. Focus more at the space inside and the external space as well. Make a small step forward and try to do some movements as if you're a magician. Maybe looking somewhere with more embodiment of the states you feel now. How is that for you? To be a magician, to play with the balls, with the spheres, with the flying. Like if you have those qualities you're dreaming about, where can you use that? Where this kind of feeling state and emotions can be helpful today in your life and generally in your life? What sphere can you embody it more? Manifest yourself more? Where it will help you to be more effective in what you want to do or what you do not want to do. When it's enough, try to finalize and complete the movement and exploration. Focus at your breath, with a little bit more focus in the space around, a little bit more expanded shoulders. How are you now? How do you find yourself now, here in the space in your life? Take a glance in our workbook, in the diary, if you would like to do some exercises there. Thank you for the class. Hello everyone. In this class, I invite you to try in different movement practices to get closer to the meaning in life you have, to those values, and as well to that desire and maybe openness, trust to life we potentially need sometimes to be more effective. Let's try to take a look. What kind of relationships do you have with that? What's your relation to openness, saying yes, and being more trusting the world around you? I as well would like to remind you about calibration and about being more self-caring, contemplating to yourself. Try to be in your comfort zone, practicing individually. Anytime you may stop and not doing something. I welcome you to some warm-up exercises sitting on the chair. Put your feet again and your legs in parallel with your shoulders. Try to put your feet in such a way on the floor that they will be fully standing there. Try to sit not very much forward and not very much back on the chair. Try to find that kind of balanced place which you find comfortable for now. Put your hands on the knees. If it's more comfortable, you may close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. Try to relax a little bit more your cheeks, your jaw, your neck, your chest and rib cage. Relax your belly. Relax your pelvic floor. If you need to move a little bit to find more comfortable position, please follow that. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms and hands. Relax your legs, knees, and feet. When you're ready and you could have noticed your breathing, put one hand on the chair and another one put up a little bit more, like if you're supporting yourself with that hand on the chair, and another one goes a little bit up. Try to move a little bit higher and again a bit down. A bit higher and a bit down. Try to expand your palm, expand your hand and arm. Get back to the central position. Put another hand on the chair and put another one up, your arm up, a bit higher up and down, a bit higher up and down. Try to expand your palm, expand your fingers. Again, get back to the original position. Continue breathing. At one moment, hold yourself by the hand on the chair and move a little bit farther to the side. You may put your arm and hand, another one, wherever you'd like to. You can try to touch the floor if you'd like to. Get again back. Do it on another side. Remember about being careful, attentive. Again, get back, continue breathing. When you're ready, I invite you to try the movement and the posture, which helps to explore a little bit more openness. How do you feel yourself in that openness, and how much openness is enough for you? Turn a little bit if it's more comfortable for you. Take a sit on the side of the chair. Put your legs forward and try to find that width which is more comfortable for now. It can be more narrow, it can be farther. So try to find out that kind of openness which is okay for you now. Stay a little bit here. I again remind you that anytime you may stop and not proceed forward. Get back on the chair. Try to relax as much as it's possible. Put your arms to the sides and try to relax them too. Try to relax, but not fully, like if still keeping some kind of attention to your body sensations. Keep your eyes open. Open the palms in your hands. Focus at your feet and toes. How are they? How are you here? How comfortable you feel? I again remind you that if not comfortable, if you feel some too much resistance, please stop doing that. Relax a little bit, get back to the initial position and reintegrate with your breathing, and maybe you may stop and pause this exercise and do it next time. You can sit a little bit deeper in the chair and do it in a more micro posture way. So the legs will be just a little bit farther and the hands and arms will be to the sides. And you will open your eyes, and you can again open and not open your mouth. What is this quality of state you feel here, and where it can be more helpful today and in your life? Or where, for example, it's not helpful, it's ineffective, and it's better not to do this way, where you feel very uncomfortable doing that, embodying that state of feeling. Shake it out, exhale, take a walk around a little bit, relaxing. And now I invite you to practice a little bit stand. It will be a micro variation of that exploration movement exercise. However, I invite you as well to try and to find out, maybe compare your body sensations, and whatever thoughts and images come to your mind, you let them in, let them go carefully. Put your feet in parallel with your shoulders. Continue breathing. Shake a little bit. And when ready, make a step back. Turn the foot a little bit like 45 degrees. Bend your knee and straighten the leg which is forward. Open your arms, open your palms, like if you are saying yes, accepting something. Saying, okay, yes, yeah. You can say that as well, literally. Yeah. Yeah. Where would you like to say that yes today? To what or to whom you are ready to say your yes? To what kind of part of life you want to say that yes, where you can be a little bit more agreeable, a little bit more accepting and opening yourself for your life events or people around you. When doing that, continue breathing and try to answer those questions in some way. What do you feel in your body? So what's the sensations you have, how it's compared with the previous exploration, and what you wanted to say yes to in life generally. Can you say yes to life at all? Can you say yes to life as a whole, as it is now, with all its uplifts and hustles? When ready, shake it out. Get back to the place where you started with. You can take a sit. You can do that standing. Put your feet in parallel with your shoulders. Direct your attention to your breathing, where you feel a little bit more expansion in the body, a little bit more that openness, where still it continues in the body. Try to notice those sensations. Say yes. Say yes in any way you'd like to now. And shake it out again. As usually, welcome to our workbook diary, writing practices, and thank you for the class. Hello everyone. In this class, I invite you to complete, finalize, and sum up our movement explorations we had during this course. Different kind of movement research exercises, dance improvisation exercises, as well some embodied practices. Let's try to sum them up. And for this class, I offer you to try movement meditation and movement research. As usual, let's start with a small warm-up. Put your feet in parallel with your shoulders. Focus at your breathing. Try to focus with your attention around, and then a little bit more in. Again, a little bit more attention to the space you're in, and a little bit more attention in. Shake it out. Continue breathing. Let's start exploration with the feet. Try to walk around, focusing on your feet, on your toes. How you do that, how you can make small rhythm with that. If you'd like to, you can follow the rhythm of the music as well. In some places there will be no music, and try to follow the rhythm of your heartbeat. You can put your hand if it's more comfortable here, or you can put your thumb this place, and you will be able to count your heartbeat. Try to find some rhythm. Maybe giving this rhythm to your movements. Try to include in the movement your hands and arms as well. Maybe they're more relaxed, going down and up. Maybe they make as well some specific movements as your feet do. And a little bit relaxation to your pelvic floor, the pelvis. Try to focus on your body sensations again. And continue breathing. Find the rhythm which is more comfortable for you. It's not a must that it will be fast. It can be slower. It's a moment you can close your eyes if you want. Try to listen, try to find out what are the sensations inside. What are your body sensations? Where you feel better, where you feel more tension, where you feel more relaxation. You can do it in more volume and movements. Continue breathing. At some moment, try to make your movements as micro steps, as a micro dance. You're moving only with a finger, with your eye, your eyelash, with your toe, with your knee. Try to explore that micro, slower movements you have. Maybe in your belly, maybe in your rib cage. Continue breathing. At some moment, try to add the speed and the volume to your movement. So like if expand them a little bit, make them larger, bigger. Try to exaggerate them in some way. Maybe even to make them grotesque. Again, for you to decide what will be the intensity of that expansion. A little bit faster and a little bit bigger. Continue breathing and continue noticing your body sensations. If there are any thoughts, images come to your mind, invite them and let them go with care. With more pace and with more volume, expanding more, maybe more sharpness, maybe more speed, maybe higher or lower. Continue breathing, shake it out. Try not to stop your movement and walk now in any way you'd like to, in any way you feel comfortable. When ready, I invite you to get to the floor. You can put something in your mat, for example, to feel more comfortable. On the floor, take a seat in any way you'd like to. Not like some specific seat, but how you would feel comfortable now. For example, if we had kind of dialogue and we would be talking to each other. Try to move in that position a little bit, like if to one side and then to another side. Again, the intensity can be different. So try to find that intensity you find more comfortable in. Try to include your arms and head as well. Try to focus at the body sensations now. How are you now? How you feel here? Try to make small movements. Again, in any way you'd like to play with that. Like if you're making a small dance, only on the floor. Again, expanding. Maybe on your knees. Please remember about self-care and intensity of the movements. When it's enough, try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor around with your hands. What is it like? If you're looking for something, so try to explore the floor ready, stand up. Sit to the side. Put a leg. Help yourself with the arms. And very carefully and slowly stand up. Now forget about anything I said before, about any kind of guidelines, and just follow what you feel now. If it's a slow movement, or if it's a fast one, try to follow that what you have now. How are you now? And in parallel, try to call it somehow. Try to name it somehow. Try to say to yourself, now I feel more expanded, or I feel more energized, or I feel softer, or I feel more confident, grounded, ready to start. Try to explore that feeling you have and those sensations you experience and noticing now. How they are displayed, manifested, and embodied in your world. How much it's about you. Is it comfortable for you? Is it familiar for you? That way of moving? Is it what you usually do? Or maybe it's something new you can bring to your life. Something new you can bring in today's situation you will meet in your relationships, at work, or in your self-development and growth. When you're ready, focus on your breathing, finalize the movement, find the completion, the end of the movement. Shake it out if you'd like to, or keep it more with yourself.